Hey guys, welcome. So today we'll be talking about how to build a classifier using decision tree algorithm. So for that we'll be working on this iris.csv data file. So guys, first we are importing all required libraries. You can see like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, C1, everything. So then here we are reading the iris.csv file. So guys, here I'm just writing iris.csv because the data file, this is iris.csv file, and my Jupyter notebook, they both are inside the same folder. So if you have the Jupyter notebook over here and the dataset at let's say some other location, please mention that location over here so that the Panda can read the data file. So guys, here you can see like we have id column, sepal length, sepal width, petal width, and this is the species category. So guys, here this is our target variable and these are our independent variable. You can see these are like numerical variables and this is a categorical variable. So here we have, you can see if you do the iris.shape, we have like 150 rows and 6 number of columns. After that, here we are just checking general information. You can see like these are numerical variable and this is a categorical variable. You can see guys, here also we don't have any null values. So we have total number of 150 rows and in each row we don't have any null value. So here we are just doing a iris to describe to check the distribution using percentile values. So after that, here we are checking the null values. So guys, we are getting the same information like whether null value is present or not in our data set from here also. But to be sure, we are checking the null values by using isNull command. So here we don't have any null values. So here we are separating numerical columns from the categorical column. You can see these are numerical columns and this is the categorical column. To get a better idea of outliers and the distribution of numerical columns, we are plotting box plot. So you can see this is the distribution and you can see here we have some outliers. Guys, we can treat the outliers from here, but basically we'll be keeping the outliers as we have very less amount of data, that is only 150 number of rows. So I'm just keeping the outliers here. Also we are using decision tree algorithm, so it is very robust to outlier. So that here we are checking the data imbalance. Data imbalance is like how many data points, how many rows are present in our data set per category. So you can see we have 50 rows in each category. So our data set is perfectly balanced. Same thing we are representing here by using a pie chart. You can see. So after that, here we are just doing a pair plot between the numerical variables with respect to each category. You can see the relationship between this category. You can see the distribution. You can see guys, here we are getting a almost normally distributed graph. So we have some skewness over here also. So here also we have some skewness because here either we can do a box cut transformation or we can do a log transformation to deal with skewness. But as the skewness is very less, you can see, so we are just using the original data points here. We won't be doing any transformation here. So here we are just doing a bivariate analysis. So we are just checking the distribution of each independent variable with respect to categorical variable. So you can see like here in this case, sepal length has a high influence in case of virginica, iris virginica, and has a low influence in case of setosa. So here in case of sepal width, it has a high influence in case of setosa, and has a low influence in case of versicolor. So same thing guys, here in case of petal length, it has a high influence on virginica and has a low influence on setosa, and petal width, same thing guys, has a high influence in case of virginica and has a low influence in case of setosa. So same thing we are writing here. So after that, here, so guys, here you can see like our target variable, the values are present as a textual data, that is a string variable. So we need to convert the text data into a numerical format because our algorithm understand only numbers, right, not any text. So for that, here we are encoding our categorical variable. As you can see, like we are just mapping iris virginica to 0, then iris setosa to 1, and iris versicolor to 2. So this is our data set after encoding. You can see. So 1 means this is Aedes setosa. You can cross check here. So 0 we have species 1, that is Aedes setosa. If you go over here, you can see like 0 Aedes setosa. So we have encoded our data set. Now okay, so now here just we are doing a cross check of value counts with respect to each category. You can see we have the same value counts after the encoding and before the encoding. So after this we are creating X and Y. After this here we are splitting the data set and we are creating train data set and test data set. Because here we are using stratify Y because we are trying to keep the ratio of data points with respect to each category. So after splitting we have this distribution. Train data set has 120 data points and test data set has 30 data points. After this here we are importing the decision tree classifier and then we are instantiating that classifier. Because here we have mentioned two parameters that are like class weight equal to balance and random state equal to 100. So this helps in getting the same result each time we'll run the decision tree classifier. And here we are using class weight equal to balance. So this will tell the algorithm to focus on each category equally. So it will put weights equally on each category. If you want to know more about class weight and random state, you can check the documentation over here. So after this here we are doing a cross validation by using grid search cross validation. Then here this is our parameters. So it will do a cross validation by using this parameter and it will give the best parameter to build a model. So here we are just fitting the we are doing the cross validation. So after the cross validation we are getting an accuracy of 94% by using max depth equal to 3, minimum sample length equal to 2 and minimum sample speed equal to 2. So guys, after the cross validation I have done some manual tuning, and if you go with this parameter, that is max depth equal to 6, class weight equal to balance and random state equal to 100, we'll be getting an accuracy of 97%. So that's why I am going with this one. Then we are just fitting the classifier over X train and Y train. Then here we are predicting on the X test. So this is our configuration matrix and this is our classification report. You can see we have very good values of precision, recall and F1 score. Also we are getting an accuracy of 97%. So this is our final model. So guys, after building the model, here we are saving the model using pickle. If you run the code, you will be getting a file just like this. This is our decision tree final. You can see that pickle. After that here we are visualizing the model. So this is our decision tree. We are also here saving the tree as a PNG file. So after this here we are just mapping the numbers back to its original level and we are creating the final result data set. You can see these are the prediction values and these are the respective original labels. So guys, that's it. We have created our decision tree model. Thank you for your time and be safe.